not that amazing. I promise you. If you go into most academies around the country and you pick up their bog standard centre mid, that can just get the ball out of his feet and clip the ball into the channels. That's what Trent does, bruv. He just does it in an elite system, bro. Like when you actually watch him, when he's under pressure, bro, he's not press resistant. His decision making is not very good. That's why he just kicks the ball away. Like he's average, bro, but he's a decent athlete. Gets up and down, but bro, like he's so overrated, it's unbelievable. He might be one of the most overrated players in the whole league. I'll be honest. He might be one of the most overrated players in the league. And then people are saying, "Oh, don't judge him when he plays for England and that." Bro, like when I watched him get ripped by Alanga, this is a guy that I tear to bits every single week, and he cooked Trent Alexander, bro. He cooked him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you should not be getting... Bro, you should not be getting cooked by Alanga, bro. Alanga is bad. You know what I'm saying? Trent can't carry the ball. In 1v1 situations, he just hoofs it into the box, bro. He is so overrated. And it's because, you know what, the Scousers are probably the most tribal football fans in England. Do you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, historical reasons and whatnot. But Trent Alexander is meaty, bro. He's meaty. He's meaty. And people might think it's harsh and that, but he is meaty, bro. I'm seeing Ruben Loftus-Cheek play at right wing back right now, and he's way more accomplished on the ball, better on the ball, way more tidy than Trent. He just don't have the spam. That's it. But Ruben's looking quality, getting up and down that right-hand side, keeping the ball, doing the tidy things, doing the comfortable things, receiving the ball with people around him, tucking into the midfield and that. Trent just gets the ball and spams it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like Bruno playing at right back. That's all it is.
High volume.
That's all it is. Yeah, it's high volume, bro. Like, Trent puts in about 30 crosses a game, and everyone thinks that because he gets double figures assists at the end of the season is something to be fucking excited about, bro.
He's a good player, just mediocre defensively. You would like when you look at his strengths. Like you said, he's in a great system that demands creativity from the fullbacks. If Klopp leaves tomorrow and he wants that and more, he's in problems. Yeah. I think defensively he should be a lot better. Like he doesn't sense urgency. I think
he's not improving. Deluded. He's not improving.
A lot of them Liverpool players, it's like there's a culture shock when it's like against you lot. It's like a culture shock when Trent has to defend. Like he was watching them goals, like he's watching like how we were. Like there's no urgency. Yeah. I know Van Dijk's getting cooked for that, but if you look at Trent in the build up to that goal, Sancho's goal. As a defender, no matter how much the game's developed, you've got to smell that. You've got to tuck in. You've got to... Prevention is better than cure. I don't think he's got a defensive bone in his body. I do think he's a quality player, though, for what he brings to the table. But
in the right system, bro. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, bro, when you actually look at him as a footballer, bro, like technically and all of that, you got players like James Ward-Prowse here that people don't talk about. Trent's one of the best right-backs in the world. James Ward-Prowse can do Trent's job in that Liverpool team. And he's better defensively. And he's more comfortable on the ball.
I'd love to see it. I can't lie.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, and everyone talks about fucking James Ward-Prowse like he can only take free kicks, bro. He's tidy in possession. All these other things. That's what Trent is. Trent is a midfielder playing right back. But if you judge him as a midfielder, he's not that good.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason he got in. And, he was, like you said, he was a midfielder. They said there's an opportunity for you to make it at Liverpool, be a fullback. And he's went and done and taken it, really. And it's worked. But my only fear for Trent is, again, when that manager comes in or that system changes, where it's not the spam crosses, where you can't be very nonchalant. What do you bring to the table? I like him, though.
And that's what it is. So it's one of them ones.
He is very good on the ball, but... Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't call him a dribbler or someone that will go past players. He's just very good on the ball when he receives.
I don't think he's very good on the ball at all. I think he's a good striker of the ball, innit? He strikes the ball well. This is it. He strikes the ball well.
That is it, bro. Play, good crosser.
Exactly. Yeah. He strikes the ball well, but he's a midfielder. That's why. But everything that a defender needs to be good at, he doesn't possess any of those. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't possess any of those.
He's not the most switched on 1v1. He doesn't smell danger and tuck in.
That's it. Man. He doesn't do those things. And then he doesn't have the strength and athleticism of a Reece James that even if he does make a mistake, he can recover. Trent's recovery is not good. His reading of the game and positioning is not good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that are not good, but the system covers that. Do you know what I mean? And Liverpool fans don't like to hear it, but bro, a lot of the time, and you can see it, I'm always looking to see where Trent is because most of the time he's a culpable for it.
think
most
that
of the
game
time.
highlighted, you know, when Fabinho's not there to chaperone Trent, like there's holes in that system, really and truly. Like you could see the whole Liverpool defense focusing specifically on the two centre backs, Van Dijk and Gomez and Trent, too far apart. Even before you lot scored, you could see you lot trying to exploit that back line, and I don't think he read that specific to Trent enough, really.
That's what I'm saying. So it's one of them ones where, like, he's massively overrated. There's a reason why he didn't even make the England squad at all. Do you know what I mean? He stayed at home. Liverpool fans forgot about that.
Southgate's a madman, man. That's hard.
Southgate is an idiot.
He was going through something. He was a bad run of form. That one.
No, but as much as Southgate's an idiot, don't get it twisted, yeah? Like, he bows to fan pressure, bro. Like, that's why he started playing Grealish. You know, like that. He bows to fan pressure, bro. Like, Trent didn't get played because Trent was getting cooked every single week, blood. That's why. Trent was in some horrible form. Horrible form. And he prefers Kieran Trippier to Trent. And that tells you everything you need to know, bro. Do you know what I mean? He weren't going to the Euros anyway. All these men talking about how he was injured. He wasn't going, bruv. Man wasn't in the squads leading up to, bruv. He wasn't going. Do you know what I mean? So I could talk about injuries, but the injuries done him a fucking favor, bruv. Man's behind Kieran Trippier, bro. Don't get it twisted. He's the best right back in the world, bro. Do you know what I mean? But he's fucking awful. Do you know what I mean? So before we move on from Trent Alexander, got a nice little compilation still.
Oh Lord.
Top
footballer, bruv. You know, like that, bruv. You Liverpool man suck on that, bruv.
One shot out the clip, he fell. Down, watch out, time the bell. Masked up so cameras can't tell.
This was a yellow card.
Tried to do the weights thing and it didn't back.
This was a yellow card. He should have been booked for that. Then he should have been sent off.
He's got a bit of a temper as well, slightly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where the fuck do you think your ass going?
Bruv, Alanga cooking, man, you know. Bruv, man's getting cooked by Alanga, bro. Like, bro, what's this? Ripped. Bro, man getting cooked up, bruv. Rashford and Alanga were taking turns on him, bruv. Man are running a train on fucking Jaden Smith, bruv. You know, like that. It's crazy. He's not good.
This tune, fam, I swear,
no
one can have a good performance with that tune over them.
Bro, he's dead, bro. You know, like that, and that's just what it is, bro. So I'm glad he's getting cooked because it needed to happen. Because, bro, when you're making Alanga look good, bro, like certain questions need to be asked because he's a horrendous footballer. So it's one of them ones where, like, I took great pleasure, yeah, in watching Liverpool suffer that night. I really did. Because a lot of their fans couldn't see it, but they're in a lot of trouble. And I haven't been seeing them being linked with too many players, so it doesn't look like they're going to try and bring in players. I think they're going to wait for, I don't know, what are they going to wait for the players to come back? Liverpool fans in the chat, have you been linked with any players to come in and save your season? Because it's crumbling.
Like they're not going to do anything. Klopp keeps saying that they're not going to do anything. So I don't think anybody's coming in, to be honest. Not any, especially in midfield where they really need it. They really need it because I've been saying for a while their midfield is very injury prone. It's like ours. It's very injury prone, and it's like you get your first excuse, cool, you had injuries, but now you know they're injury prone. You should be doing something about it. They keep talking about Bellingham next summer. I don't really just like some of our fan base keep talking about Declan Rice next summer. I said, but why can't you get a midfielder now and leave that until next summer if that's the plan? You're acting like as if you only need to replace one midfielder. It's not the case. We need to replace two or three, both teams. So I don't really get it. It's just strange to me. You've got Thiago who's injury prone, Keita who wants to go, but he's injury prone as well. You've got bare players that you could just say, even Milner starting at Old Trafford in 2022 is insane. Insane.
Yeah. Him and Henderson, bro.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? It's nuts. That midfield that they put out, I think Elliott's a talent. But if that midfield was playing for Aston Villa, you wouldn't really be surprised.
Bro, that's a championship midfield, man.
You wouldn't really be surprised. And that's the engine room, especially in a team.
Milner, Henderson, and Elliott, that's a championship midfield, bro. That ain't no Premier League midfield. Let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, and that's just what it is, man. So I took great pleasure in smoking them guys. I can't even lie. And you know what? To be fair to the Scousers, yeah, I wouldn't say you've taken it well, but you've been very silent. Do you know what I mean? Which is great. So I know you're in pain, and that makes me happy. Do you know what I mean? Because usually when men are talking back and they're talking shit, they got a bit of vim, blood. We kick the fucking stuffing out of them, bro. They've been so silent, bro. You know, like that. I ain't even seen no back chat nowhere, blood. Them man took that beating and they're just sitting in the room, just looking at the wall, blood. Do you know what I mean? These man, they're broken. We broke them. We broke their spirit. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm happy to see it. They beat us in the cup final twice last year, but both games were extremely even. Obviously, it went to penalties and they got super gassed. Then Real Madrid humbled them. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the era and it comes to an end right now, I'm here for it.
100%. Yeah, I think this is the season they're dusted anyway. I predicted them to finish below Spurs this season before the season started. But boy, to be honest, they could finish below Arsenal. It could get bad for them. It could get bad for them. Like a dream for me would be Man United and Arsenal in the top 4, bruv. I can't lie. That'd be a dream for me, like the good old days, and get rid of these fucking pretenders, bro. I'm tired of them now. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of them. I'll be honest. That'd be an absolute dream for me. Fucking Newcastle are set to sign Alexander Isak, bruv. I don't rate him, yeah, but I'm interested to see what he does in the Premier League because he's pace and power. And a lot of people have been talking about him. And this is the prime example of what the Premier League's on. Everyone's signing players. I think Paqueta's going to West Ham?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. And Isak's going to
Newcastle.
So that tells you, bro, this is a competitive league.
Pedro as well.
70 million euros. And man are complaining about 94 for Anthony. And Isak's going to cost 70. This is the market we're in, guys. We just have to just suck it up. Like, man are going to be spending stupid money on players.
This is why all the other leagues are vexed, man. You got money, man. This is why everyone in the Prem zangs each other. There's many of them. This is why foreign teams slap premiums on it. And it's not going to... I mean, we've been talking for years, and I'm sure everyone in the chat that the spending of football isn't going anywhere. It's a scary territory, man.
There's only us that can spend like this, you know. I don't see too many... Outside of Real Madrid and Barcelona, I don't think I see... Maybe Juve after they've stacked up a bunch of free agents from Football Manager.
PSG, but they're changing.
PSG. There's only like 5 clubs in Europe that can do the spending that Newcastle's about to do right now on that player. Like when you look at all the other teams in La Liga, they don't really break 30, 40 million. They don't really break it. And we're about to spend 60. Well, it got rejected. Imagine 60 million got rejected for Gordon.
Matisse.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Like,
remember they rejected Richarlison 90 million from Barca at one point, but Everton don't need the money. They've got money. So
he's only scored 6.
Be crazy.
You got money if you spend 50 million on Sigurdsson, isn't it?
He's only scored 6 goals at senior level.
And how many games has he played?
They were all deflections, bro.
Yeah,
he's all right, but it's a mazza, man. That English premium as well.
I don't even think he even consistently starts for us.
It must be a thing where the talent ID dons know something about him that we don't, and maybe Tuchel knows something that we don't. And end of the day, if he does his job, then it's justified.
Yeah, if he does his job, no one cares.
But 20, 30 appearances, 50, 60 million, 50 almost guaranteed. It's a mazza.
But if I'm being completely honest, this is based on the game we played against them when we beat them 1-0. Because
there's an article about that. That's
there is, and the reason why I believe that is because we didn't go for him at the start of the window. We were going after Rafinha and Dembele, so his name weren't even on the list. Like
I know, but that's why I don't understand where this has come from, bro. And then where are you going to play him? I believe that you're buying him as a wing back, but it's like,
is he better than James at wing back?
No, but that's why I don't understand what the manager's doing, bro. Like, he's not going to play him as a wide player, surely, bro.
With that output,
you know what I mean?
Surely.
Yeah, with that output, blood. I think he's got like 4 goals in something like fucking 40 odd games or something stupid like that, bro. That's wild. I don't really understand that, bro. And man's classified G the nicest thing Rance said about. Listen, bro, I enjoy the Man United Arsenal rivalry, bro. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely enjoy it. Because, like, obviously, the season just started. Troops is piping up. I had to cook him on the podcast yesterday. And it's one of them ones where I think Steve-O the Madman commented on the thing and he was like, yeah, this is like 01-02 Arsenal Man United rivalry, blood. Yeah, bring that back, bruv. Bring that back. Do you know what I mean? I could get up for that. Like, that's some real shit. Man United and Arsenal in the Champions League, bro. That's how it needs to be. I'm tired of these scousers, bro. I'm tired of them. They man can fuck off at the top 4 now, bro. I'm tired of them. Man talking bare shit. One Prem in 32 years, and then them man got bare chests and that, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of them. Tired of them chatting shit. So, do you know what I mean? I want to see the empire crumble, just like Klopp crumbled Dortmund and he crumbled Mainz as well, bro. This is what he does. After a certain amount of time, Klopp can't rebuild a side, bro. Like he's not proving he can do it anywhere, bro. He leaves every club that he leaves, yeah, in a fucking bad way, bro. And that's what he's doing at Liverpool right now. You can't fucking get rid of Sadio Mane, bring in that bum, yeah, Nunes. On top of that, Firmino's 30 odd, Virgil's 30 odd, Milner and Henderson are 30 odd. Do you know what I mean? You got an aging team, bro. You got Oxlade-Chamberlain, injury prone fucking KR. Your team is crumbling, bro. When you actually look at the players you have, yeah, he hasn't recruited well, bro, and he hasn't recruited with the future in mind, bro. Like it was a short-term project, and in that short term, he didn't win enough trophies. He didn't win enough. Them man were talking about Liverpool being the best Premier League team in ever and stuff like that. But bro, there's no longevity in this team right now. Like even Mo Salah must be 30 years old.
Yeah, he is.
And do you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, your team's in trouble, mate. I'll be completely honest with you. The era has come to an end, and then on top of that, it seems like there's no plan moving forward. So I'm gonna enjoy the demise of this Liverpool team. I'm gonna fucking enjoy it, mate. I mean, and every time you lose, I'm gonna be here to remind you. Be sure of that. Do you know what I mean? So if you support Liverpool, trust me, bro. I'm shameless. Every time, even if you draw, I'm coming for you. I don't care. Every point you lose, bruv, I'm coming for you.
Hey, man's on to you.
Nah, every single point you do, I'm coming for, because they've been too loud for too long, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So that man can fuck off. So this is what we're doing. The Liverpool agenda will last forever until they're irrelevant like they used to be. I'm saying, and then we'll chill. Do you know what I'm saying? But Matisse, bro, we haven't forgotten about you, bro. So, do you know what I mean? If you thought you caught life, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
I was thinking to myself, I could continue this chat.
Nah, Matisse, bro, you thought you caught life and that, bro.
Listen.
Bro, bro, the soccer merchant's done you, man. I'm sorry, bro. Like, how's football losing to soccer, bro? Like that's not supposed to happen. Like, what is going on?
Major Leagues Soccer.
That's what I mean. I said Major League Soccer and that MLS vibes and that.
Hey.
Bro, what's going on with your goalkeeper as well? It's the IC free tax, bro. I'm telling you. I wanted it to work out for him. You man know me. You ready? Yeah, I mean, BLM and all that. But yeah, Mendy's dusted.
In the midfield as well.
That's what I mean, bro. This Gallagher guy, bro. Like I'm saying, McTominay with a headband and that.
Yeah, bro. Them throwback midfielders there, man.
Hey, bro. Yeah, that's what I mean. Energy merchant, bro.
Bali and that uncle, bro. He's gonna be working the barbershop soon. This car.
Hey, bro. What is going on at Chelsea, bro? Like, who's coming in apart from what? Because man is saying Oba and Gordon. So you're gonna spend a combined nearly 100 million on Gordon and Aubameyang, bro. Would you say that that's a decent window? Because that's looking a bit smelly.
Add Fofana to that as well, 80.
Fuck,
we're talking almost 200 million on Fofana, Gordon, and Aubameyang, and the midfield.
That's good, man. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's good for you, isn't it?
No, I rate that. That for me. That is
for you. That's perfect.
I think that's
exactly what you want.
Premier League proven in Aubameyang. You know, you lot know damn well what he done. You know, en route for us winning the FA Cup. Fofana's lit. You know, what's the other buddy you said? Gordon, there's potential there, bro. That's calm, bro. That's lit, fam. You lot are moving closer to City with that dude, that man. Fam.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing like teams.
Maguire as well. You need that captain at United.
Yeah, we got to stop that. Yeah, no, we got to stop that. I'm seeing Bruno Guimaraes at Newcastle in midfield doing everything I want a midfielder to do.
Just.
And then we're trying to play Gallagher in a double pivot, and it's just like. I'm glad though we've learned. I'd rather we learn now than fool ourselves into thinking that's a possibility.
For left wing as well. He's doing all right.
No. I think yeah, we got to learn quick. They need to learn quick that he can't play in that position under the press. It's as simple as that. I don't know all of these centre midfielders that can't handle the press, how have they survived?
Because he's not adapting. If you slapped him in the Leeds team that played against you, he probably would have been one of the best players on the pitch. When you need to be on the ball, I do think he won't help, Carl. You got some injuries in midfield, and he was a bit like a lost puppy. But he's obviously can play football, but he's not a specialist at anything. You don't need specialists. If Kovacic ain't there, it's a myth. Jorginho looked like he needed his handheld as well. Of course, Gallagher's going to get savage. He's limited, man. He's almost like a throwback centre mid. He's just centre mid. He's not nothing else, really. He's just desiring that, which could help you. But
I've said it before. I've never really been particularly excited for him to come into the team. I think most Chelsea fans, they get excited about any young player coming in, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him." And I looked at our system, the way we play, and I look at the system that Palace played, and I said, "I'm not excited. I don't know what the plan is. Where is he playing? If he's playing in the front three, he doesn't have enough creativity, not good enough in the dribble, not good enough with the final pass. So what's he going in the front three for? We're competing against De Bruyne's here. What are we doing? And then if you're playing him in the pivot, he's not press resistant. Can't play with he's not scanning quickly enough. He's turning over the ball. So unless you're playing him in the midfield three and you're asking him to do the shuttle busting, if you're asking him to play in Liverpool's midfield
he's a
three,
Desire FC thing, man. He's just blood and guts run about.
The only top team right now it makes sense is like Liverpool, rock and roll midfield of old. If he was to go in there, he'd do a job. Do you know what I mean? But if you're gonna play him and you're not gonna play to his strengths, which is that type of midfield, then I don't really understand where he's going. So yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. But sometimes when you say these things, you're deemed as negative. For me, I'm just speaking honestly. I can't make up shit as I go along. I can't tell you that it makes sense when I can't give you an explanation. I always say to people, if you can't explain the plan and explain why he's there instead of Gilmour, I'm not saying Gilmour's world class, but Gilmour's press resistant. Gilmour's better on the ball. He's more of a first phase midfielder than Gallagher. So I can't explain why he's there. So therefore, I don't agree with it. So therefore, I'm just going to say that. So yeah, I don't really understand it, but until those players come back, people keep saying Cover and Kante, we're missing them. I said I don't really care because we know they're injury prone. So you have to plan for that. Like no one wants.
Yeah,
to
you should have been preparing ahead for that. And also, this comment on the screen, spot on. Chelsea know that they need more creativity and they need more goals in attack. And why are they focused on players in every other position other than those?
Listen, with the three at the back, it means that you need more and more defenders, which is fair enough. But I think at times we're not focusing on, first of all, the midfield, which is injury prone. And then when you bring in the Gallaghers and you put the Loftus-Cheeks in the centre midfield and you play them out of position slightly, then you're making your defence look even worse. So it'd be nice if we address that midfield imbalance, because Cover and Kante are going to miss hella games. I just know that for a fact. We've seen it season in, season out. And then going forward, 100%. The forward line it's funny because Havertz is his own thing, and we'll get to him in a minute. But even with Mason Mount, he got the highest goal contributions last season in our team. And I personally said, I don't think he was player of the year. I think the season before, when he got player of the year, I think he was a lot better performance-wise. As a footballer, I think he was a lot better. Whereas last season, he stat padded a little bit in some games, Norwich, etc. But he's first for shots. He's first for chances created. He's first for passes entries. He's first for everything. So obviously that creates the illusion that he doesn't really need to improve as much because he's clearly the best player in the team. But if he's the best player in the team, why are we not creating enough chances? Or why do we say, okay, if we signed Dembele, if we had got Dembele, if we got Rafinha, they would have gone into that position. So then where would he have played? He's not. That position that he's playing in currently is not his best position. He's an 8. He's an 8. So he can have these statistics. That's fantastic. But I don't want him to become so stat centric where he's thinking goal assist, because I'm seeing him sometimes and he's spamming a shot or he's spamming a cross. And sometimes his selection is not really making any sense. He's taking the shot, but it's going to get blocked. You can see it's going to get blocked. Yeah. It's very obvious. So instead of just relaxing, composing, playing the extra pass, he's taking the shot because he's thinking, I need to score. No one else is going to do it. That's also the issue as well. No one else is going to do it. Havertz is not shooting enough. This player's not shooting enough. I think we had like 200 and something less shots than Man City and Liverpool last season. So he's thinking, I need to shoot, sorry. So then the more he's thinking that, the more he's not really taking his time and and actually showing that he can have good selection and have good decision making. He's just spamming crosses on the right hand side. You'll just see him just smash across, and it's not really aimed well all the time. But
do you think that comes down to the profile of player that Chelsea are scouting? Because you know what, it's mad. Like I said, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what Tuchel's style of players. I couldn't tell you what a Tuchel player looks like. You know, like you can look at a player and say, yo, that's a Klopp player. That's a Ten Hag player. Like, that's an Arteta player. What's a Tuchel player? What is a Tuchel player? I don't even know what a fucking Tuchel player is, bro. Because when I look at your team, I just see a bunch of individuals, bruv, that don't specialize in anything, bro. Like, I'll be completely honest, bro.
Just you want to come short, and a bunch of players play everywhere, but not really specialists. And I like Thomas Tuchel, but what attacking players really thriving in his system, really, really thriving or made significant progress. I know some men have put up numbers, but that's where, if I was a Chelsea fan, where I'd look at, because like you said, I want to see a bit of your brand of football. And if I can't specifically see it, you have to kind of judge what you see at face value and assume that is it and judge accordingly.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't, you know.
Whenever he speaks, he wants, and it seems like he wants intensity. Feels very Kloppish now, where he wants a lot of intensity. He wants a lot of pressing. He wants a lot of, aggression from the front and all these things, which is great. But the quality has got to go alongside that. And
I get that, but you can't have that, and dominate the ball as well, bro. Like, because those are two very contradicting kind of ways of playing.
If you want to dominate the ball, you need technical players.
Exactly.
Who can
that's it.
Defeat low blocks, elite level passing, good dribbling, all of these things. But then we're more favoring players that are pressing from the front, counter press, all these things.
But which tells me, for instance, look at Manchester City.
We shouldn't look to dominate the ball as much as we do.
Exactly, because look at Manchester City, for instance. They want to dominate the ball, so they have players like Rodri, like Gundogan, like Bernardo Silva, like fucking Mahrez, like Grealish. All of these, none of these players are particularly explosive.
Energetic.
They're not explosive, energetic players, but these are guys that want to dominate the ball. You cannot have an explosive, energetic team, to dominate the ball. Look at Man United. We beat Liverpool because the manager chose to go for Elanga, Rashford, and Sancho for the pace, and said, you know what, we're going to let Liverpool have the ball. Like, you can't do this, we're going to keep the ball and all of that shit, and then
be explosive to it, man.
Yeah, like, bro, it's like pick your poison, bro. You can't do both, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like with Tuchel, it's like he plays a formation with three at the back, where like he wants to pass you to sleep, but then there's no creative midfielder to break lines with passes.
Everyone wants to come short.
Yeah, everyone wants to come short. You've got no direct wide players that are taking people down the line and taking them on. It's like your system is in complete contradictory to what your manager wants to do, bro. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I've seen us at our best, but I'm still trying to figure out how that can be consistent with what we've got, because I'm seeing against Leeds, Gallagher's having too many touches. Gallagher's not the type of player where you want him on the ball constantly picking up the ball and trying to make things happen. He's not that guy.
If you do, you're in trouble.
Yeah, if you do, you're in trouble. Exactly, because that's not the type of midfielder we're talking about here. That's not Bernardo Silva, is it? That's not Kevin De Bruyne. That's not Thiago. So why is he having so many touches? It's just not his game. He's not that type of guy. So it's like playing through McTominay, trying to play through midfielders who it's insane. It's insane to say it, but midfielders that don't actually, their strength is not being on the ball.
To put
it politely, it's insane that there's midfielders that their strength is not having the ball constantly. But that is the case, because even at Palace, you speak to Palace fans, and I said it as well when Chelsea fans were kind of over-gassing his return, and the media over-gassing his return and talking about he's going to transform the midfield, he's going to add creativity.
He's going to transform the midfield.
I saw people on podcasts saying that he's going to add creativity. I said, you didn't watch him at Palace.
You
didn't watch him at all. I watched him. I went to the Amex. I took a train all the way down to Brighton to go and watch him against Brighton, because I wanted to go and see him in the flesh, not in his own yard, in the cheerleading stadium there with the pom-poms. I want to see him away from home against a good footballing team in Brighton. I took that train all the way down there to watch it. And he didn't play that well, but he scored. He scored a goal away to Brighton. He wasn't
But that's
dominating
why
the
people are
midfield.
gonna gas it. They're not doing.
And
what
then
he
I
did
went to the
game.
TL and I saw all the gas, and I said, "You lot are not watching this game because
they
he hasn't really stood out today."
People just gonna waffle 30-second clips, man.
I said he hasn't stood out today, but you guys are now gonna gas him because he's got this goal. He arrived in the box, and this is his strength: arriving in the box, being in the final third there, arriving, getting the goal, and counter pressing, being that guy that's a bit higher up, but he's not going to give you the creativity, so you have to make way with that. But to play him in the first phase, build up play, press, Leeds' press is insufferable. Like, it's intense. The way they're playing under this manager, and they've changed it up. There's no Rafinha, there's no Phillips. Rocker's come in there. Aronson. It's a different team. Like, Leeds are actually they might actually be more balanced and more difficult to play this year because they're not so like
relying on individuals.
They're not so erratic as well. Like, they're not just all over the shop. There's actually a template there in place where it's not just so like run, up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you know what I mean? You have loads of chances. We have loads of chances. And they didn't even have Bamford. You know, they didn't even need him. So, yeah, Leeds are a different outfit now. But for us, I just think if you're gonna have all this possession, 60, 70%, and we're gonna dominate the ball like this, then I need more technical players in there. I don't need Gallagher's. No disrespect.
9/10 of the law, but if you're not dealing with nothing with it, you might as well not have it, bro.
The De Jong link made sense because if he goes into that pivot, it makes sense. But if we're not gonna get him, need someone.
Barca are just desperate to offload him. They're extremely desperate, but they realize how difficult the position that they've put him in and put themselves in, because the contract situation with De Jong is scandalous. I mean, those are some death row contracts. Them contracts that he signed, PK signed, all them guys signed all them contracts, yeah? Like, there was never meant to be a way out of those contracts. There was never meant to be a way out. These were long-term contracts.
They're selling their souls to the devil, man.
100%. So now you're finding that it's very, very difficult. And I think that this De Jong thing's going down to the final day of the window. So it'd be interesting to see where he ends up. I wouldn't be overly surprised if he ends up staying there. I wouldn't. What's this? PSG have made a 70 million bid to sign Bernardo Silva. That's not real. And even if it is real, Bernardo's not going to PSG. It's Barca or nothing.
Barca thing, yeah, man.
And Pep said that he's staying. So
I rate the approach though. But...
yeah, why not? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying if we don't get De Jong, it's Fabian Ruiz. I'll be completely honest, guys. Yeah, if we don't get Frankie De Jong, yeah, this season and he's available next season, I would wait. I'd happily wait. I don't just want to sign somebody for the sake of it. Like, I don't. I genuinely think that Casemiro coming in, like, with his injury record, Casemiro's quality. We still got Fred, still got Van der Beek, we still got fucking Eriksen. It's one of them ones where, like, the midfield area, like yeah, we could do with one more, but, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lose my mind if we don't get another one. I believe that the attacking areas are more important for us. I think we need 2 attackers. So I would take not signing a midfielder if it means we get 2 attacking players, because I think the attacking areas of the pitch is what's killing us right now. We need more goals and we need more creativity. So if we got like an Anthony and a Memphis Depay, I would take that over not signing another midfielder rather than get another midfielder and only get 1 attacker. Because we're only 1 injury away from having to start Rashford and Elanga. That's long, bro. And like we got away there against Liverpool, but we can't be doing that every week. That Asensio link is bullshit. It's not true. Ignore that.
Between Arsenal and United, isn't it? Always.
Yeah. Like, Asensio's left-footed, so is Anthony, bro. We're not going to sign 2 left-footed wide players. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Why would anyone even take that seriously? That's nonsense. Like, Anthony's the number one. Anthony and De Jong are the 2 number 1 targets for the manager since the beginning of the window. Why would we go in for another left-sided wide player after just loaning out Ahmad? Doesn't make sense, bro. Asensio ain't going nowhere. Real Madrid are just begging it, bro. Like, them men are trying to use Man United because they know we've got money and we're willing to spend it. I wouldn't take this Asensio link seriously. Not at all. I've never really rated him. So, Asensio can fuck off. But speaking of good business, bro, it's looking like Gabriel Jesus might be the signing of the season, bro.
Hey, when you pray to Jesus, everything works, man. It's all good, right? And I don't know about signing of the season. You know, it's a lot.
No, he's the
Oh.
signing of the season based on how little you spent on him now, bro. When you're looking at how much money man are throwing out there,
Yeah,
40 million for Gabriel Jesus.
It's definitely lit.
40
man,
million for Gabriel Jesus. Is that how much you paid? 40 million?
45. Yeah, definitely.
45
with
million
Arsenal,
for
when you look at
Jesus
someone
is
like
looking
Pepe,
like,
we've done a lot of dumb shit. So, you know, we're
yeah.
due a good one. I'm happy with it. It's definitely up there.
But they're saying
Definitely
Chelsea
up
want 37
there.
million for Ziyech. 45 million for Gabriel Jesus is the bargain of the summer, bro. Man United are going to pay 94 million for Anthony. Fucking Gordon's going to go for 70 million, bro.
Yeah, when
45
you put
million
it
for
like that,
Gabriel Jesus is a joke.
you put
Haaland
it like
costs
that,
what?
he's up there, man.
60 million? Yeah, 45 million for Gabriel Jesus is the best bit of business of the summer.
It
It's
is.
up there.
I said it at the
man.
time when
Throw
it
Haaland
happened.
up there as well. Probably a couple others I've thought about it.
I
Definitely
said it at
Yeah.
the time. I knew it was when it happened. Knew it.
Yeah, no, it's
Such
crazy.
such a guarantee with him, because it's not even just the
He
technical
scored them
quality.
goals, bro.
It's not even just the technical quality. It's the mentality as well. Like, you can see it. He's ready to go to the next gear. I said it. People said, "Oh, look at his goal scoring record at City." I said, "Bro, he's playing right wing. He's going in and out the team. He's being rotated. He's never been
For
given
me,
the
it's a
license
thing.
to
It's
play
a thing where with
consistent."
Arsenal we overcompensate. Like when we had Aubameyang and Lacazette, I think it sounds dumb when Aubameyang was scoring goals. We overcompensated on that because of the other general play he lacked. With Lacazette, he was anything but a goal scorer, so we overcompensated on that work rate. And I tried to tell fans, stop praising professional footballers for working hard. You should be working hard. Jesus does that.
100% bread
I
and
hope he
butter.
keeps exactly. I hope he keeps scoring in that. But when I look at last game against Bournemouth and I look against Crystal Palace, he didn't score or assist, but he did everything we needed. He pulls out into the channels. He presses. For me, he's telling people to stay switched on. He's doing that City shit where he's making silly fouls and whatnot, kind of disrupting the play. He gets it. That should be the benchmark for what Arsenal need. To be honest, he could be a captain already for the club. I don't really like strikers being captains and that, but he has to be a leader. You know, I know you're only 25 or something like that, but you've got a wealth of experience. So long may it continue with him, Zinchenko, and the rest of them. Really, man, I'm happy with the signing. And obviously, if Arsenal go one way and Jesus goes to the potential that he hasn't unlocked, there's resale value in which could be sold one day, reinvest, and then we keep it moving. So I'm happy with Jesus. Still, we've waited, and I'm happy. You know, no disrespect to Isaac, but Arsenal fans were on their knees for me. The guys, Isaac, fucking Ryan Fraser, who's a winger. Dominic Calvert-Lewin not dead. Like these, Ollie Watkins, these were not going to take. We're still not.
Yeah,
but there was
Ollie Watkins,
Meaty Dons, Meaty, and I'll give it to Arteta now. When you waited, you did a thing with Jesus. I mean, it would have been nice to have had him last January or something. It might have been different, but boy, man, we'll take that, man.
That's funny.
Sometimes signing the wrong player.
Yeah.
Sometimes
These men
signing
were
the wrong
really
player.
asking for my man. They were, you know, like now I deep it. These men were
Because people
asking
get
for
horny
fucking
in the
Ollie
transfer
Watkins.
market. They just want it for the sake of it, bro. It's like if you go to a rave and you're all your man them are securing gal, one don's not. He might start chatting to a dead thing just so he can be involved. Like it's one of them ones, man. We just have to keep going, bro.
If you sign the wrong player up to a 5-year contract, you could fuck yourselves over for the next 2-3 years.
What do you think we've been doing? Tearing up contracts, begging man to go on loan.
Exactly. So, you know, this is the position where I'm in. And like, if I can't get excited by none of these players, I'm gonna come to a point where I'm like, don't even bother signing anybody, because
that's the one thing I'll give Edu and Arteta for all the criticisms they've said. One thing I've learned with them, and they're not perfect, but. And I don't agree with it necessarily, but if you can't get a certain caliber of player, don't sign anyone, because we've been down this, even with Arteta and Edu. We signed Willian for no reason, Pablo Marie, we all saw what happened. So I would rather not sign anyone. Of course, last Jan, that kind of hurt us. But if you can't get a certain caliber, there's no point. And especially because we're getting into that territory where we're not perfect. The depth isn't there, but we're getting to that scenario where 1 or 2 quality players can raise the bar, especially where midfield's concerned. If you're not bringing in better than what we have, which we can or we might not be able to do this summer, there's no point. Same with out wide. Obviously, there's exceptions, but yeah, man.
That's it. And yeah, Jesus is vice captain. And again, the reason why Arteta can do that is because of how he's managed the squad, innit? That's just what it is. Because of the way he's managed the squad and the way he's got these men playing, he can bring in someone and say straight away, yo, this is the general. And also Arsenal have quite a young squad. So that kind of thing works, bro. Do you know what I
And he's
mean?
already done
And
that off the field, man. Like, it
yeah,
sounds stupid, but little things where he's getting all the Brazilian women and men connected with Arsenal, doing little pitches and things like that. He's taking that young Marquinhos brother under his wing. This is what we needed, isn't it? Really and truly. The thing is, he can't do it all alone. We have to give him a discount for when he can't do it. And the other players have to step up. I think Arsenal fans and Arsenal we're guilty of, we look at one person to be the messiah. And as you both know, because you watch football, we can't do that. If City just relied on one Don, there'd be issues and any other quality team. So I hope he does it. But, you know, there has to be more to it. Other players have to step up. I still think we need a winger and a centre mid. I'd lean towards more of a centre mid. If we don't, then let's just hope there's no injuries. But we know how this story goes. We watch the movie every year. We know what the ending is. Crazy.
exactly. And Jesus' experience for someone so young and what he's won, that's what a lot of football fans don't understand, what he brings to Arsenal. And it's the same with Casemiro. Everyone's talking about Casemiro's price and all of this. The guy's 30 years old. He's won everything there is to win in football pretty much. But not only that, the experience he brings, along with Varane, do you know what I'm saying? He's obviously one of the South Americans. He speaks Spanish as well, speaks
It's not on a joke thing.
Portuguese.
Because you lot have a system like ours where you're trying to rebuild it. If 3 years is great, if you're, I don't know, fucking Jaden, because you've still got many years, he'll be 33. So he's going to have a sense of urgency and try and pattern things.
Exactly. So he's coming in. You're bringing in a leader, someone that could potentially take the armband. Him and Varane speak the same language. He speaks the same language as Fred. He speaks the same language as Lissandro, who's come in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's not coming to joke. He's not coming to mess around. The guy's come in. He's going to take the younger players under his wing. He's going to bring that winning mentality into the dressing room, and he's going to lead by example. And we saw the difference between having Lissandro and Varane at centre back as opposed to Maguire and whoever. Lissandro and Varane were talking to each other throughout the whole game, shouting at each other, like literally like pumping each other up, like pushing each other, like proper gassing each other up, bro. Like the togetherness in the camp. These men were celebrating tackles and shit, bro. I've never seen that in my team, bro. And that comes from the attitude that the manager's instilling, and it comes from like also not wanting to lose and also the winning mentality. Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. Exactly. Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko bring a winning mentality to Arsenal because these men have done nothing but win since they've been in England. Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, and it can only help. So the fact that man's vice captain, yeah, and these guys respect man enough, and Odegaard was at Real Madrid. So it's one of them ones where that's the direction that Arsenal are going in. The direction Man United are going in when they're saying, oh, you need younger players. Nah, bro, you need players for now. Gabriel Jesus was a player for now. He was a player for now, and he's came in and he's made an instant impact. And that's what I expect Casemiro to make, an instant impact. It's all well and good rebuilding and all of that, but sometimes you need players that are going to come in and be the glue. Do you know what I'm saying? And come in for now. And that is the difference between proper rebuilds and these little shoddy rebuilds where they're buying all these little shit young players saying, oh, well, if it doesn't work out, they've got resale value. Bruv, we're trying to win shit.
Yeah, man.
It's about how to
draw out your worst as well. And I think too many Arsenal players, they're either amazing or dead. And when I look at Jesus, Saka, even if Saka isn't necessarily scoring or assisting, I mean, you're not going to be perfect for 38 games. You need to be able to slug it out. These are the sort of players we need. Obviously, there's still many twists and turns. We can't draw conclusions off of 3 games, but this is what we need, really and truly, man. People that can get results when you haven't been amazing. That's been Arsenal's problem. When we're good, we're really good. Too often they're not there. It's not going to be over a 38-game period. When it's adversity, when you're going to go down, when everything's struggling, who's going to stand up to be counted? So it's a good addition, but the other players have to continue to follow these man's leads, if I'm completely honest.
No, 100%. So, nah, man. Arsenal looking decent shape. Until we play them, I don't think they've got any games that they shouldn't win quite comfortably.
Hey, every game's difficult in the Premier League, man. We just have
it is. But I'm looking forward to Man United Arsenal because it's at Old Trafford. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to show me where we are, and it's going to show me where Arsenal are.
And just on that you said that's where I'm learning, because there's many things as to where Arsenal fucked up last season, but one has been holding on to leads. Didn't hold on to the lead at Old Trafford, didn't do it at Goodison Park. I'm being very harsh, but we didn't even do it at City at home. Have that in the back of your mind and go out there and prove differently, because we had many chances. We even got ourselves back into that game last year and we're drawing and we started conceding penalties. So it's that capitulation. Obviously, if we go off the Liverpool game, Old Trafford looks like it's buzzing again, difficult home ground. You've got to be able to go there and do it. It's great when the sun's shining. You're hearing Saliba chants, Zinchenko chants, this. You got to be able to do it, man. So I hope we learn our lessons. But wait, and this is why I want to take advantage of August. Just have a perfect August because we will drop points, man. Like just like you two teams have dropped points. We're no different. Just give yourself a certain floor to fall on, really. For me, anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Matisse, that man saying you're finishing 8th now, blood. What's going on?
Damn.
Listen, I don't know where we're gonna be, man. I need to see the end of the window. I really do, because I'm not excited by these links. To the
you're not even getting linked with no one exciting apart from Frankie De Jong, bro.